Hello and welcome back. We're jumping right into Final Fantasy IX, the remaster, using the Magari mod. And we're now on disc 3, so we're technically halfway through the game. And we're mainly going to be town hopping a lot this session, just because we've got to do a lot of plot and we have to beat a card game because that's a requirement. Although, I guess technically you can lose. But point being, we've got a lot of stuff to do today. So some of the things that we need to do is we need to reconnect with ourselves, our thievery selves. We have to go and steal some things. We need to make some money, and then hopefully make our way back to Garnet. Really important for us to do as we traverse through the game. Alright, so the last that we left off, we were playing as Zidane. We left everybody else kind of in Treno, except for Garnet and Steiner, who are still in Alexandria now that she's queen. And what we were mainly doing is we were just taking a look at our abilities and what's up. We're really ahead of where we need to be, so there isn't really a worry or a wonder of what's happening or if anything's going to kill us. In fact, this is probably one of the few times in the game where you get to kind of just chillax. We can also see what people are up to. So we can see Amarant, our new team member, is just going around. He's been all over the place. And here again, we see the Four-Eyed Man. So this guy is, he goes by a few different names. In the beginning of the game, when Vivi meets him, his name is Alleyway Jack. And later on, if you have a high enough steel rank that he gives you, he'll reveal his real name. And so they're having this little altercation here, and they're like, oh, no! So even a thief can be afraid of a hitman. And we have a 6-year-old calling him out. This, I forgot if it said he was 23 or 33, but point being, bullies are bad. We actually need to get over here to see the Stelazio woman, so that way we can give her I think we found 2 coins. There's a few different places we can go. Of course, one of the core things we need to do is do the card game, although I'm not, dying to do that right away. Tetra Master can be a pretty hard game, especially if you don't spend the time collecting cards, and there's a lot of them. So, what we got here? I think this is a 10 by 10 grid, so there's over 100 different cards, and these are ones that I just randomly found. There's ways to not cheat them, but trade for them or find them in specific spaces. We weren't looking for them, but that's what we found. Yes, please, I have a coin for you. Please take it. And so the duck woman is going to just give us a coin. We give her coins, she gives us rewards. If we happen to find them all, she'll give them back, so that way we can find the Ophiuchus card. So if you're into astrology, there's 12 normal signs, and then people are like, oh, there's a secret 13th sign. And so that's what that is. We've got all these people just, enjoying themselves around town. Another thing we can do, we have a little bit of money. We can also go to the auction house, although they don't always have the best items. Let's see. We've got Aiko listening to rich people. I'm thinking about buying a behemoth statue for a mansion. Everything costs so much. Ha ha ha. People just flirting with their wealth. And in the background, we see somebody getting a little bit closer. And he's like, hello, little girl. I'm sightseeing. Well, why don't I show you around? He was going to steal a child. Ooh, I'll take you out to dinner? What is this? Has Queena magically returned to the fold? You say you have delicious food? Yeah, lots of delicious food. Huh? Hey, Queena. You say you have delicious food? And now this man has got to take out the 80-year-old. Or at least be harassed by the gourmand. I think this is another example where the game's camera window is usually smaller, so we're not supposed to be able to see Queena or Alleyway Jack right on top of one another. We need to come here, but we're gonna hold off for a little bit. Because it's been a while since we've been to Tetra. One of the things that we can do is we actually can check out this weapon shop. We can see all the weapons up on the wall, but there's also this monster down below. And if we wanted to, we could fight it, though I don't know how well we would do, if I'm being quite honest with you. We've got a few different items here, but I think we might have them all. We don't have one of these, but that's really weak, so I'm sure we've had it a long time ago. The only item I'm not sure about is this coral sword, so I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna regret it if I had one before and sold it, but you never know when you're gonna need it. And you can fight this monster. You can do it as an individual or as a party. I don't remember though. I don't think you get a game over screen if you die. But just in case, we're gonna save. We'll give it a go. Maybe we can take it down. I'm sure there's got to be some kind of reward. And if not, at least we say we tried. Hello. Old woman, I want to fight the monster. Drop me in. Alright, so either this thing is going to just nail us, or we've got a chance. We can speed this up a little bit. Alright, we actually might have a chance. A thing that would have helped us actually beat this thing pretty well is, oh, never mind. So in order to beat this guy, we're gonna have to have the float ability, so that way that earthquake spell doesn't hurt us at all. And I think it petrified us. So if we don't have the ability to prevent us from being petrified, we're gonna lose every single time. And I think petrification, yeah, is jelly. So we can try it, but I don't know how much of a difference it's gonna make. Let's try jelly, and then I don't think I can put on these boots to get auto float. So we're back up to snuff. Let's, what do you think this thing would be considered? Would you consider a demon? A beast? I guess we'll consider it a beast. If it is, we might do some extra damage. Alright, but we should now be immune to being petrified, and that earthquake spell isn't going to do anything. Yes, you were doing like 6 times the amount of damage. Not bad, not bad. Oh, we got a lot of money. So just with a little bit of strategy, we beat the thing out without even really trying. So we'll set everything back the way it was, for right now at least. And we'll put the auto reflect back on. Because we're about to learn it. But I guess with that much money, we can now officially give our best shot at the auction. There are some items in the auction that are actually good. They're like accessories that you can grab for yourself or your characters. But then there's some items like the ones that are mentioned right now, these rare items. I don't know if they do anything. I know that they are key items, but I'm not sure if they do anything at all. You can kind of like stun the crowd by going high above what they've said. Don't any of you dare do it. Don't you do it. Haha. Now we only have 16,000, and the dark matter would be nice. No, lady, no! I'm gonna let these two go by, because later on in the game, when you come back, you can get them again. Really not sure what they do at all. But the dark matter one, if I remember correctly, teaches Garnet a summon. I think it might teach her Odin. Although I can't distinctly remember. The things are getting hot and expensive in here. I can't do it, otherwise I won't be able to get the dark matter for right now. $10,000, $12,000, and I still keep going. Ah, what it must be nice to have money. All right, the last one. So I think if we, oh, it might go higher than we have. Yeah, we're out. We can't afford that. So we'll have to come back another time when we're a lot richer. That's all right. Could be worse. Let's see here, what do we got? There's a shop down here. Hello, do you have anything nice I can buy? If you've been here before, you know that I have to make everything end in a 0 or a 5, so that's what we're doing. Besides, it never hurts to have any of these things. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go save one more time, and what we're going to do from there is go and do Tetra Master. We completely skipped the tutorial earlier, like at the very beginning of the game when they kind of taught this concept. It might try to teach us again, but overall the general premise is kind of like War, like the card game War, where like you flip and see who's higher, but you know what they have, you can pick what you want, and it's on a board. So that is not a good description at all, but that is what it is, and we'll see what's up. All right, so we're just trying to register, and this card seller has swindled us into signing up because the champion is some kind of hottie. Now the good thing is you can save between games, and so we can do that to ensure that we win. And of course we want to pick the best cards we have. We can tell which cards are pretty good by like their stats. So like here at the bottom where you see like the name of the thing and which card it is, you see that they have like a digit, a letter, and then 2 more digits. And that kind of is like their power level, I guess you could say. And then the arrows that are on the edges of each of the card are which ways battles can be done. So if we were doing, you know, that's the card at the top, right above this card, that card would win uncontested because there's no up arrow. But if it's diagonal and they're both facing each other, then it's time to battle. We gotta look for some really nice high cards though. Now the other part is if you only have cards that have certain directions though, you can set yourself up to lose very easily. All right, so it is going to explain it to us, and the way it works is when that arrow is pointed, right, you can capture the card. In this case, the blue card has an arrow to the left, but the red card doesn't have an arrow to the right, so the red card automatically will lose. But if they're against one another, they battle, and the letter has something to do with it and all that kind of stuff, but we'll just see where it takes us. We'll put Shiva up here in the corner. And so, you know, we can see with, you know, her arrows here, you know, if somebody puts something here or somebody puts something here, it will initiate a battle. They won't automatically lose. But here, this kind of looks like a bad idea because there's nothing to defend it. It can only come from one direction. The only thing that is poor is like, you can take cards. And so if Ramu loses his battle in the top left corner, they're gonna win them all. Why a 3M05 loses against a 2P01? Don't know, if I'm being completely honest with you, but that's what just happened. So we're not doing very well, if I do say so myself. But it could be worse. All right, so whoever has the most cards wins, and then you get to pick one card to take from them that you captured. So we've won the first round, and we have to just basically do it 2 more times. But in between each of these rounds, we'll save, so that way, if we lose, we can just start over again. And we can see what's going on around town. These are the children from before Natalie and Mario who are like, we're gonna make it big, we're gonna get out of here. But apparently this hippo character is talking about this very super powerful card. Now, I think, although I don't exactly know, because I often just ran past this part because I don't particularly love Tetra Master as much as I would like to, but I think you can get that card for the kids. I don't know how, but you can. So we'll go and try and ask them. And here we have Amarant and Freya talking about the influence that Zidane has had over them. And Freya finding her true purpose finally. And, you know, everybody's a little suspicious of Amarant, but Freya is a very direct person. So she's like, what's up with you? And Amarant, I guess, is technically telling the truth by saying that he's an unemployed security guard, although he has been known to murder people in the past. Am I interested in his past? I think she needs to continue to be direct. And now we'll go see if those kids will part with the card. Maybe they'll ask for money. Maybe we'll have to beat them in a card game. Or maybe it's just a trick. And they just want you to come over here to ask. But before we talk to the kids, we can continue on with this little subplot. And Amarant's talking about meeting Zidane for the first time. And it's like, oh no, we did not just meet for the first time. But it doesn't seem like Zidane remembers him at all. He stole something. And Amarant's obviously one of the types who's like, always fight me. Help! Help! He came out of that door as I was passing by. You know, you've got to be a really good thief to have never been seen in the first place. The fact that the guards don't know it's him. And here we see that Zidane's also name-dropped that quote that Amarant used earlier, which is, the sly eagle hides its claws. And it's like, that's stuck with him. And obviously the guards were useless against a man twice his height. And so Freya's laughing at Amarant because he got tricked. He got, you know, completely hoodwinked or swindled by the deception of a small monkey boy. Hello, children. All right, so they just seem to repeat. Okay, so they won't give it to us, but we can try to play him. Although I'm not always looking for another opportunity to play against, to play Tetra Master. We can give it a shot. We can see what happens. I'll use, I guess, not so good cards in case he's really like loaded up. Let's see. We can start right here. Okay, he's not bad. See, this is why I don't know anything to do with anything in this game. I guess we could do that. We could do that. Alright, so we won. And as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be a very good card that he has. I mean, it's possible that it might show up in his like card inventory over time, but I don't know how true that is. Maybe the Hippo Kid has it, but I don't think we can actually find the Hippo Kid. I mean, we'll take a peek. But it doesn't seem to be that he's someone you can easily find. If at all. The only other place we haven't looked is in here. And this just loops around. To this store, which is a wonderful and lovely synthesis shop that I believe we have everything of already, so there's just no point in being here. Oh, we can make a black belt! Which I don't believe we have, and hopefully I didn't just waste it. Nope, that's very nice. So no Hippo Kid, so I guess he'll go into round 2. Maybe it's possible that the kid is Mr. Number 2. But it's also entirely possible that he's the champion. Mario of the Slums! So he's just our enemy. I figure we'll just bring the exact same thing from last time. And hopefully we won't lose any of our good cards. What is that? 2 PAO? It looks good. If only I knew how to really play. Alright, so he's got a 1X. Don't know what that means. But let's give it a go. Okay, so he's winning so far. Maybe we can do this. Oh, that thing is tough. That thing is major tough. It's a 5. Okay, but the good thing is it doesn't have anything in this corner. So, it's now mine if I win. Oh no. Alright, so my only chance of winning, I think, is if I win this battle against the bird. And I lost. But I guess I'll try it again even though I've lost a good card. I want to tell you, I have never in my entire life seen that sprite before, nor have I ever in my entire life thought that that would be an option. Or the fact that they would have 2 of them, which I think is just rude. Oh, I go first. I don't like going first. Okay, kind of figured that that would happen. Okay, that sucks a lot. Okay, I don't think we're gonna win here. This has not worked out at all. Oh, we tied! We gotta do it over. Still not feeling good about any of this. But I guess we're getting better? Okay, if we put this in the corner, the only way it can take it is if it puts something next to it. We possibly can do this. Okay, we've got something going on here. We've got a chance. Oh, we won! It would have been nice to get that $5, though. I like how the game is like, you will not get another opportunity. Save or perish. Queen is just misunderstood. And also, it's not suicide. Rest in peace. I could not say that I would jump off a bridge into water thinking that there was food there, but I could say that I was definitely interested in food. Back, Dr. Tot. And he'd be like, welcome back. How did you like Las Vegas? And now Todd is going to just like you have to do with all 6-year-olds. You want to talk about something, they want to talk about literally anything else. So he's got to pepper in questions about what she wants to talk about with what he wants to know. Because as a scholar, he's so interested in the town that she comes from. And he's like, oh my goodness, just the Mughals. Why does everyone want to know about my horn? Well, the fact that you have one is a little unsettling. Teach me how to be a princess. The princess used to be just like you. Of course, you've got another 10 years. Yes, of course, we switched the legendary crystals. What happened 500 years ago that required them to split across 4 stones? I don't know, the fact that they put unbridled and unlimited power inside them? Oh, something happened with Mog. Maybe Mog got swindled by the other Mughal. Of course, it would stand to reason that the final winner, the final opponent, who is also the champion, is in fact not a sexy, hot young woman, as the card seller described. Even though Erin is a sailor, and you might describe her that way, it really is Regent Sid. And everyone thinks it's her. But then they psych you out and it is actually her. It's the champion's pet. But is it really Erin? All under disguise to play a little game that cost him his wife in the first place. So our chances of winning are probably low, but that doesn't mean we can't give it our best go. Oh, we have to go first. You couldn't tell I really hate going first. Alright, let's... I don't know. I don't even know. That was a horrible idea, but I did it. Okay. We have something happening here. Okay, we have nothing happening here. Oh no. A draw! Can't you just take me out of my misery now? It's such a good card, but because it lacks the arrow directions, it sucks. Okay, so sometimes in Tetra Master, they do this thing where you get like this one segment that's by itself. That's like a free spot. If you put something there, they can't take it. So we can put something that normally like just wouldn't have a shot and just claim it. Like that's an automatic win just for us. Let's see. If we win this, and again, you would think 213 would be good, but I don't know if M is better than P. All right, we got a combo. And then we lost that combo. No! Like we lost. Now we could go back and reload the game. But I don't even remember what you got. And so here, Aaron and Regent Sid are saying that they flew here on the Hildegard 2, which doesn't need Mist to fly. And Zidane's being a little salty, you know, he's a little upset, you know, he's like, oh, Garnet will take care of everything. And so naturally, Ma coming in with the tea through the Moogle network just found out that something bad is happening back in Alexandria, which we just left. And so naturally we have to have a little poetry session out in the square. You know, peace is but a shadow of death, desperate to forget its painful past. Though we hope for promising years, after shedding 1,000 tears, yesterday's sorrow constantly nears. And while the moon still shines blue, by dawn it will turn to scarlet hue. What an auspicious day for Alexandria. Garnet's ascension to the throne has brought hope and peace to this kingdom. The people are overjoyed. They believe a wonderful future is ahead of them. But the celebration isn't over yet. It's time to really light things up. And very clearly, Kuja's got a death plan for all of Alexandria by summoning Bahamut to attack. So Garnet, like her mother, is now staring down the very creature that used to be hers. as it destroys everything she fought for. And here comes our boss. His general in command. You know, Beatrix is going to do her best. And because she's so efficient, she's already gathered the troops. Eight whole soldiers to defend the entire kingdom. So here we have a choice to make. Now again, don't know if these choices mean much, but the idea is you have to pick these different orders, and then what you need to do from there is you assign pairs of guards to do things. So, you know, if I pick gather information, the next menu is going to say, okay, here are, you know, the people, you know, who do you want to send where? And so, you know, if we do gather information, we can see now they have all these different names. They're very creative names. Some of them kind of look, I don't want to say they don't, I'm not an authority on the matter, but they seem to be some type of like combination of an attempt at some type of Germanic type of naming scheme, but then at the same time, it also feels like it's a little bit more Eastern in that way. And so it really, there's supposed to be like some rhyme or reason. I don't exactly know how you decide which is which. Maybe their names secretly mean something, or, you know, you're supposed to figure it out based on when you talk to them in earlier chapters. But we're just gonna give them orders, and maybe they'll give us some type of reward. I'm kind of just picking them as I seize them. And we got something for it. It's not exactly clear why, but I'll take it. So this is the second and only other time that you get to play as Beatrix, to my recall. And oh man, like I wish you could just play with her character the whole game. I would trade in 2 whole characters just to be able to do some, you know, to have her as a character. Hello. And of course, speed up these battles. They're both very strong. But it does give you an opportunity to kind of bring up a little bit of Steiner's stats. Just because it's been so long since you've been able to use him. Like, every other character right now is somewhere around level 28, and Steiner's level 19. So it's not really helping everybody out this way. You can't go in any buildings. And I think the main goal is to just kind of make your way to the entrance where Kuja was. And fight off these Cretans. And you get to see all of the awesome abilities that Beatrix has that just do insane amount of damage. As a paladin type character, she's just super powerful. Naturally, since we have Beatrix, we'll just use her to our advantage. This is also a place where, like, if Steiner was really under-leveled, like, it evens out because Beatrix is leveled in a different way, and on top of that, she has white magic. But we have nothing to worry about. You're wounded. Ah, 'tis a scratch. We need to return to the castle. And Steiner's like, no, I will protect everybody, and I will protect you. And as we know from Beatrix's inadvertent love letter, they're into each other. Beatrix, there is something I must tell you. And she's like, what is it? And Beatrix is like, save your valediction, Steiner. We'll live to see another day. She's so confident in her abilities. And also, like, why would you want to hear it? But naturally, this is a great opportunity for them to have him automatically trance, like such a strong range of emotions. You know, it's a great plot device as opposed to it just being like, oh, you know, it's an ability you can use with no with no function. Where's the music coming from? You can always, of course, find ways to update skills as well. This is also an opportunity for us to start to learn more summons. So right now we can learn Atomos, Leviathan, Shiva, Ifrit. Also, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a thing. This ability that's on the rod, Healer, I didn't know what it did, okay? As a child, I had no idea what it did. I just knew that when you equipped this rod, you got this ability. And basically, it just gives you health, right? But when you hit people with it, so it never made sense as to why they could all of a sudden do that. Hello? Hello? And as you can see, the game doesn't let you go back. Something is happening. This is kind of like a Hogwarts moment, like Deathly Hallows, the castle is defending itself in a way. As it races up over the town. Having never seen this in her 10 years of living in this castle, so how will you protect your kingdom, my queen? Because we're on our way. I designed this ship as an ocelot, which is why it's shaky. Like a roller coaster, can't do it, won't do it, refuse. It's definitely from the flight. I wonder if that's true. If you stay in the middle of a ship, do you feel less sea or air sickness? Aiko, you're glowing. She's in need. It's the holy judgment. Holy judgment? What are you doing? Everybody just loves to skydive in this game. Jump off of this, jump off of that. A tower, a ship, a boat. Genuine surprise? Why are you here? I heard you all up in the air. It's happening again. This is the light of destiny. A summoner's light of destiny brought on by the hidden power of the four jewels. The light appears when a holy eidolon calls for its summoner. And they're like, we have to do it, but we'll do it together. First, we have to hold hands, because it is the power of friendship. And I'm not sure if they're thinking this or saying it in sync. But they appear to be summoning something very big. And so as they stand against the King of Dragons, they summon the holy entity Alexander. Who then shields the people. And while it's still not explained why the castle has a giant sword protruding up through it, at least we know they can summon a mighty powerful castle being. That can in fact take down the King of Dragons. And yet it seems that Kuja had this in his plans all along. And Kuja's gonna do that thing with the eyeball again. The thing that let him take over Bahamut in the first place. And apparently there's a man on this ship with the eyeball who isn't the best fan of Kuja. And clearly whoever this person is has a connection both to Kuja and Zidane. And seems to be getting in the way of Kuja's plans now. So is Kuja the baddie? Is this guy the baddie? Could it be garland? Not to be confused with the decoration used in Christmas time? Why would he come to Gaia, the name of the planet, even though in a separate section of the game they called it Earth? We are here, princess. Okay, but did you not make it? Of course, only apologize to the child. So naturally, by throwing Aiko off the ship, that reduced our party from 6 to 5, and then naturally they just completely forgot Quina, so we're back down to 4. They really know how to make sure that you are never, ever, ever together. Taylor Swift would be proud. Seems we might be all strung up here with abilities. But we're still gonna check. And we're also gonna just search around. So before, when we were playing as Garnet, we weren't able to go into any of these side rooms. It just wouldn't let us. We can also be a good Samaritan and run around and tell people to hide and evacuate. But there might be some treasure, there might be some monies to collect. Now, the thing is, there's this book up here, okay? And I want to touch it, but I kind of know what's inside of it already, so I don't want to touch it and die, and then have to live through all of that stuff all over again. So if we find a Moogle, then we'd be able to go back and give it a whirl. Of course, what it is will be a surprise until we get to it. Hello? Is anybody in here? Like a Moogle? Hello? Mosh? Alright, so we're going to head back to that book very quickly. I do not have high hopes. Chances are we will be slaughtered in an instant. I did say that, yes, before about the beast in the shop, but I'm fairly certain that this thing is actually pretty high up. Hello, little book. Listen on in. Challenge me if you dare. And it's like, I will fight you. And what is it? It's a book! But not just any book. It's a demon book. Paper Storm. So it is pretty powerful. As you can see, I did 31 damage. But it's a book, it should go on fire, no? 37 damage. Page 68, nothing on this page. We can speed things up a little bit. There's nothing on page 114. We're kind of lucky that there's nothing on the pages. We're very lucky that nothing's on the pages. So what's interesting is nothing seems to be working, and steel is doing the most damage. But clearly that creature inside needs to be taken down a peg. Hello, little buddy. Don't close the book. We're going down. I found you. So now it seems like whatever Vivi's got going on, we've got kind of like a fortunate thing going on, because the only thing that's hurting Vivi is the Paper Storm attack. Everything else seems to give him health. He's immune to being poisoned. So it seems to be working out in his favor. And also the fact that this thing has not gone away is a good sign, at least to me. But I think this is it. I think we're going down. So it's, you know, it's not a battle that's like world ending at this point. Though earlier in the game, you could have also have touched it, and naturally it would have been a lot harder. But it's okay. You can come back to Alexandria later and ruin its day. At this point, we're just looking for money, because we already know where Garnet is. But you never know what you can find. by taking a peek. In someone's bedroom. Huh, they fixed it. I guess there are no goodies to find. That's a little disappointing. I would imagine most people would just like run straight up to the top and be like, hello! Garnet, are you up here, darling? What is this? Oop, I knocked him right over. And this is when Zidane admits he's in love with her. She's more important than anything ever. But in the reality of the matter, we just need to split the party again. Whoa! This town is literally hopping. So it seems that even if Garland wasn't willing to allow Kuja to enslave Alexander, it seems like something otherwise is getting in their way. And the castle literally just decapitated. The Eidolon. Oh no! I had so much to live for. You're okay. And we also get a nice call back to the beginning of the game where Garnet threw herself off of a tower on one of these lines. Away from him, but now to him. You weren't honest because you were scared. We'll talk later, but we gotta get out of here. Garland absolutely wrecked destruction upon an entire kingdom. It seems that Garland's under the assumption that Kuja is now dead because of him. And using some context clues before, somehow, some way, Zidane is also linked to being Kuja's counterpart. They have faith in you, Mr. Bug. they're working on another airship that isn't so shaky. Which is another reason why we can't take it. Tell him to come by my room. That is such a small, tiny note that if you're not paying attention, you might be like, well, where am I going? Hello, money. An egoist arm? I'm not even allowed to wear that. Oh, I can. But there's no point because I know all the abilities. You know, I haven't taken a moment to appreciate it yet, but again, every single one of these backgrounds, they're like pre-rendered, right? So somebody actually had to draw the whole thing and then map out the spaces that you would walk on it. And then Square at some point then remastered them all by like making them more beautiful. And then like fans, like people who love this game, then took it a step further and redid all of those. Like, it may not have the graphics of a game that comes out now, but it's got its own charm. Do we ask, where's the woman that I love, or how did I get here? Maybe she's upstairs by the telescope. Something washed ashore. Oh no. But Captain, we found a weird thing by the shore. I used to be a sea dog, so I know a thing or two about these things. Huh? It's dead. Go find a doctor right away. If it's dead, what do you need a doctor for? Hello? Ah! So Queena took a wonderful, lovely departure. And just floated downstream. Can I leave? Will they let me? No, they won't let me leave. Is there anything back here? All these good places to hide secret items for me to find. Well, let me go downstairs. Well, let me speak to Queena. Or let me guess, you're not there anymore. Hello, Queena. They're already gone. It's such a nice day outside. I don't feel like working. Same, buddy. Same. I guess we're heading upstairs to the telescope. So if I go forward, that's where Sid is. But if I go upstairs, I can talk to Garnet. Choices, choices. Hello, man, coming through. Hello, Garnet. How are you doing, my dear? Well, look who it is. I didn't think we were gonna make it, but we made it. Is something wrong? She shakes her head no. You're so happy to see me, you don't know what to say. She's speechless. Yeah, maybe you should leave her alone. He might be a womanizer, but at least he does know how people feel. That's okay, Blank. I'm on my way down. The princess has select mutism. She's unable to speak at this current time. No statement will be issued by the crown. Yeah, what did you forget to tell me, Blank? Oh, you had a fight with the missus. No, I didn't. Take it easy. Sid just wants to talk to you. I know. How? Well, a god told me. I wonder if I didn't speak to the guard, if he would have said, I know. Or if he's just like one of those people who are like, I know. Do we think he's in the conference room? Hello, everybody. Did you all miss me? I'm feeling fantastic. Thank you for asking. I only got blown up. Oh, he wants to see me upstairs. Hello. Before we go in and speak to him, I just want to point out that, I love how they have different outfits. There's, the green and blue, and then there's these more armored looks. All right, let me in. At last, I'm here. We've discovered some interesting facts. Facts that all of us should know. The others are waiting in the conference room. Okay. But I was just down there. You didn't hear me? That's like if you work in like business or corporate or something and they're like, oh, we're meeting in conference room F or Missouri, or like they have like funny little names for it. And then they're like, oh no, sorry, we're meeting in the alabaster room. Like, these are not ballrooms. Let's begin. Where should I start? Well, first, let's see if Garnet's alright. Your whole kingdom was destroyed. They are homeless and destitute. Words I need to start like a vocab list for this game. It's my fault. I should never run away from home. Don't get me wrong, right? It is technically her fault, but not because she ran away. Like, she summoned the thing. And like, girl, you had to assume the throne. There was literally no one else who could. There was nothing we can do. And he doesn't even know what happened to the love of his life. Every single nation literally just got pummeled. But it's not that easy. Kuja is powerful. How will you defeat him? The power of friendship. He escaped on my stolen airship. Hildegard won. But didn't Hildegard 1 have his wife on board? And so in this conversation, not only did Kuja find his way onto Hildegard 1, where Hilda herself should be, they're saying there were black mages on board too, and they talked. And the only ones that talk are the ones that have gained like their own form of sentience and escaped to the Black Mage village. So what's up? And that's why Vivi is naturally upset. What can that old fool do to me? He can't kill me, nothing can. It's a very dangerous spot to have. Also, I think both of these characters on the right are supposed to be off screen right now. But that's a cool costume design if they were one character. The terrible injuries you've suffered. You've got a tattered skirt. Your hair is in silver. I am Mr. 234. I didn't ask for your number. It's about damn time. So our question then remains, why are these black mages helping Kuja? Yes, Sid, your lecherous character, you literally were with another woman. Yeah, all of the rulers have been having a bad time. We don't even have a ship to look for him. We need to find Hilda. I'm sorry, I'm late. Please forgive me for calling you on such notice to Doctor. He's just so happy to see everybody. What's poppin', 6-year-old? The princess is silent. But wait, we need to know how to turn the bug back into a man. See, I would be dramatic and I would just go back upstairs. Like I'd activate my little seat and go up. Princess, are you okay? Why have you lost your voice? I don't know, probably because she used it to summon an all-powerful creature. Could that possibly be the reason? Could shock of losing almost all of her people? Princess? What's the matter? This is a bad joke. Who says that to somebody in trauma? Okay, she lost her voice. It doesn't mean that it won't come back. But it could be months, even years before she could speak again. Now, I'm not an expert, but mutism, like trauma-induced mutism, it's probably more common in children, but I think it's very interesting to see like a teenager and adult have it. Tell me how to turn Sid back into a human. That's the only way. So Aiko and Steiner are going to stay behind with Garnet, which means that we have Vivi, Freya, and Amaranth as party members, if nothing gets changed. Because, you know, nobody knows what happened to Queen. Is there a chance that I could die? What are the 3 ingredients we need? We need an unusual potion, a beautiful potion, a strange potion, and they must be mixed in a 5:2:3 ratio. I am not going to be able to remember that off the top of my head, and so I'm taking absolutely no shame in writing it down. But who knows, I might not even need to decide that. We shall see. Oh, magicians of the earliest times often use those potions. I think Cinna has an unusual potion. So we can check the Tantalus hideout probably for Cinna. I don't know where we'll find the beautiful or the strange potion, but we'll look. That Banero up there at the top. Hey, I need a hammer. Let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go find you one. Well, let me borrow yours. You know, I completely agree with Cinna. If there's something that's mine and it's like my staple, it's the thing that I have, I'm probably not going to share it at all. I feel very particular about some of my things. I'm sure that there's going to be somebody walking around town going, "Oh, aren't I so beautiful? I use this beauty potion." And hopefully they'll just give it to me. Or maybe they'll say it doesn't work, like a lot of home remedies. Or at least those with the conspiracy theory attached to them. But it just means we have to talk to everybody in town. This anteater person looks like they have a potion. Excuse me. Who gives a damn about potions? It's very rude of you, Blue Anteater. My grandmother once told me that there was a potion collector who used to live in a studio in the theater district. That's fantastic. Okay, so that's the second one. We now just need to find the other one. Hello, Mr. Moogle. I have a letter for you. Alexandria is in a horrible state right now. Let me know when you have more information. Not all letters need to be happy. I had to recently send out over 200 envelopes in the mail, and therefore in the US you need to put a stamp on it if it's just like a simple letter, like paper just in the mail. And let me tell you, stamps are not cheap. Not at all. I mean, they're 60 cents, at least right now. But, when you need 200 of them, just to send small, tiny pieces of paper. Should just did everything through email. That's more my style anyway. Oh, there's a chocobo back here. Can I pet it? Do you have a potion? Do you have a potion? Do you have a potion? I do have a beautiful potion. Oh, Alice, thank you so much. Alright, so we've got a beauty potion now. We can check that off. And the other two are going to be in the theater district. I don't know if we have a mithril fork. He's got some good stuff in stock. We might have to play around with money a little bit, especially if there's some new things in the synthesis shop here. Oh, I don't care about the potions. We know where they are. Alright, so we have these. We have one of those. We don't have a golden choker. Or at least, I think somebody's wearing it, if I'm being honest with you. Magician shoes, I think someone's wearing that too. It seems like the only thing we don't have right now is a moonstone, which will enable us to make Pearl Rouge. Or maybe it's just Pearl Rogue. But we'll add it to our list of things to get. Moonstone. And from here, we'll go to the theater district. So I know one of the potions we're getting from Sinner, but that other potion, the strange potion, is going to be from the painter studio guy. So we've seen them a few times, and they should have one laying around for us to be able to use. Hey, isn't that? I think it is. Yo! How's it going, buddy? This is the couple from Burmecia, the one that was dying. And we healed his leg. Freya being reconnected with Doyle and Gray. But Soldier Dan didn't make it. So what are we gonna do now? I'm gonna take down the big bad guy. We're going to reconstruct our home. Oh, I can't join you. I must first complete my own objective. Besides, she's like a real knight. Like, battle's what she does. You want to show us something? Oh! Oh my god, she had quintuplets. Oh my god, he's my savior. What's a savior? It's a really important friend. So either they grow up really quickly, or the game just has a slight issue with conveying timing. Can we go play now? Sure. Kids being kids. We'll let them party in the corner. Hi, buddy. Do you have a potion? That is not what we were looking for. Oh, but we found the strange potion. So all we have to do is check in with Zinna now, and we will be able to create the mixture that might heal him. We don't know if it will. Yes, yes, we saw a blank. We're actually here because we need something from you. Go grab me that unusual potion, mister. I'm wearing a collar and chain around my neck. Personal choices, personal choices. Thank you so much. What are you going to do now? I'm going to leave. Are you kids having fun over here screaming at one another? I don't know if that many children can get along together for that long, but maybe I'm just wrong. But hopefully if we mix this potion correctly, he can get to work on building us the bestest airship of all time. And I assume we're meeting in the conference room, but who knows? Maybe he'll be upstairs again and be like, no, I'm up here. Yep. Should have knew better. Are you gonna let me in? Hello, Dr. Tot. Oh, so I don't even need to remember that it's a 5-2-3 ratio. Here we go. Oh, no. And Dr. Todd is like, it didn't work. Good gracious, he's a frog. Honestly, I'll take a frog, though, over a bug. Oh, but he's a frog. Oh no, Queen is gonna love that. Thank you for coming. The Regent has an important announcement. Rip it. We must find him, but we don't have an airship. We can use the ship we stole from Alexandria. I'm still working on that. You said earlier there were black mages on Cooch's airship. Maybe we should go there. Oh. It's a good question. Why were they on Cooch's ship? No one knows. Princess, will you be going? Of course she will. I don't know. We'll meet at the harbor. No free lunch. Poor Queena. Do you have delicious food? Yes, they're pickles. They taste great. I like pickles, but only sour pickles. So there are some people who like a sweet pickle or a spicy pickle. And I think I could be okay with a spicy pickle, maybe. Just maybe. But I want to let you know that I don't think I can get behind a sweet pickle. I think this is an opportunity where if you wanted to, you could retrieve Queena. I don't think it's a requirement. They kind of just throw them to the aside, which is kind of unfair. But we'll see if we can retrieve them, and then we'll have to pick party members, assuming it lets us pick and doesn't require us to play as X, Y, and Z. Hello. There you are. Hey, Queena, where you been? Oh, this person's so scared. She's just Grandma Pickle. Well, he's got some nerve. He ate one of my pickles without paying and tried to run off. She say I should try one, so I try one. I do nothing wrong. Are you crazy? I'd be out of business if I gave my food for free. She owes me 100 gil. Well, here you go. That's not very nice to say. So Queena is really, really getting far. But, you know, no complaints. We need Queena for this millionaire ability. We need every dollar we can get. So now we're going to make our way over to where Queena was originally found when we got to Lindblom. And hopefully it'll let us pick party members and we can, you know, make some money, level up some characters that need it. You know, all the other things that need to be seen. The ship is ready to go. See, now when they said ship, I was assuming that it would be a flying ship, but it just seems to be like a boat. Plank, you're coming too? Yeah, I was asked to. Bye home. The boss, of course. It was mine. It is true that somebody does need to watch the ship when the rest of us are venturing and not on it. But in the background, we have Queenie here just going, is Frog talking? Maybe I eat it. So we can now pick characters, and we can do this basically anytime we are getting on and off a boat or an airship or whatever, unless the game forces us to change it. And so, you know, if you think about it, this could be a pretty good party. Lots of magic users, lots of abilities. Queen has got the money ability. We kind of need that. But for right now, we're gonna just take these three because they need some of their abilities. They need to level it up a bit. Interestingly, one of the other things you can do when you get the airship is you have the ability to like just basically key in where you want to go and it'll take you there. But that is not the case currently. There's our chocobo. Which means that it might be time for a brief detour. So we have not found the healing shore because it's a little far away. And it's been a hot minute since we played Chocobo Hot and Cold. So we're going to do that real quick just to see if we can get anything else. But I don't know if we're going to find anything to begin with. Come on, give me something good. The inaccuracy of this is appalling. Hello? Is anything here? We got 1 point. And then at some point, you can even go up to those 2 little stubs that you see. Hello? Is there anything here? Hello? Oh. So nothing good. But good news, at least we got some money. We could catch more frogs if we really wanted to. That's not really why we're here. Now I know for a fact one of the chocographs, one of the things you can dig up, can be found right here. So if we come on over to this little footprint mark. Oh, we have a Pearl Rouge. At least I'm not wasting my time getting that. We can actually dig up the next one. So we know it's in this area somewhere. And we're getting sleepy. So we've entered the Chocobo dream world, where we meet the great big fat Chocobo. I do seek another quiet life with Chocobos. Choco, the Chocobo, responds. And so each of the 4 Chocobos surrounding the fat one are how you level up your Chocobo. We're now light blue, so we can go through rivers. The red one can climb over mountains. The dark blue one can walk like literally anywhere in the ocean. And then the last one can fly. But they can all do their predecessors' things, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But for now, we're just going to head to the lovely Black Mage Village. We could spend time, although we're not going to do it right now, but we would be able to spend time doing some Chocobo stuff to, you know, unlock some cool items. And there's actually, with each ability, you can find more, what's the word? You can find more... it'll come to me, I promise. You can find more Chocobo gardens, and therefore you'll be able to unlock new Chocographs and get new treasures. That way it's not the same area every single time. I'm also just going to stroll around real quick to make sure we haven't missed anything. Maybe catch a frog or two. So you'll notice that as Dagger, I am being asked to target my companions. And the reason for that, if I remember correctly, is because I have the healer ability on. And so if I hit somebody, they'll actually get health back. But it can miss, and therefore it's not always the best way to heal somebody, but it doesn't cost you any MP. Also, while Dagger's in this select mutism mode, there's like times where she can't concentrate. And so it can make her useless, but it can be worth still leveling her up, because later on, obviously, she's going to have some core moments in the game where you want her to be all loaded up. We're also taking this opportunity to learn some abilities. So Queen has learned High Tide, which is great. And Aiko learned the extension, all the abilities from the extension, so we can switch to something else that's good. There's a lot of abilities for the ladies to learn, especially Aiko and Garnet, because of their ability to summon. So it might take a while for them to get what they need. I think we're running out of abilities for Zidane to learn, but that's not always a bad thing. The more abilities they know, the better they'll be. Oop, there's a lot of abilities to learn. Let's see. Zidane learns a new ability, Gamble Defense. So we'll put on the Mantra Band to speed up learning HP+. Let's see. Queen's learning a whole bunch of abilities. So we gotta find some more abilities to continue to learn. We could speed up the process by giving the Emerald. And what we're gonna do is we're really trying to make sure that Dagger learns all of the abilities that she can. Every summon helps us get one step closer to being all the better. We'll just loop around this little hump for a minute or two. We are just spinning around the village. How did they die? Well, sir, it was a fork. Alright, one more time. Alright, let's head on in. Hello, is anybody home? Nobody's here. Even the shopkeeper's gone, which should allow me to just reach on over and take what I need. But I guess it's still technically theft. Hi, Moogle. Alright, so I know we're supposed to check out that Chocobo hut, which is why I haven't done it yet. But I just wanted to see if there's anything else. Anything up here? There's a chest on the ceiling. And it gave me a black belt that I already have. That sucks. You don't really need to synthesize too many things, except for really certain weapons if you just know where to find things and are willing to be patient for them. Where is everyone? They went away with Kuja. 2 other guys stayed behind. They're probably in the Chocobo Shack. But why? Why did you go with them? Because they knew they were going to die. And Kuja supposedly knows how to extend their lives. Maybe we are just puppets. That's nonsense. I can't tell you that. I can't betray them. Then why didn't you go with them? It's a fair point. Please open the door. It's Born! A baby chocobo. Very cute. I can't believe it. We're here to look after the chocobo. At first, we were going to go and learn how to extend our lifespan, but then we stayed behind for the miracle of life. Oh, they're feeling emotional. They're two proud parents. I want to ask you something. What is it? Am I going to stop pretty soon, too? I don't know. Kuja said the prototype built before us would last longer, and Vivi is, in fact, a prototype. I would feel sad if I knew that everybody who was ever created was just going to stop at some point. But Vivi, hatred can only take you so far. Kuja's secret palace is on the eastern side of this continent. It's buried under quicksand. You'll need a ship to get there. That's so sad. And naturally, Garnet's just feeling sad for herself. Are you alright? No, I'm never okay. It's fortunate we have a boat now. What a rude bird. Oh, we've learned another ability. Honestly, it just gives me such a sense of joy when we've unlocked a new ability. Let's see, what can we learn? We can learn Auto Reflect or Auto Float. We'll do Auto Float for now. In earlier Final Fantasy games, when you were on transportation like this, like in Final Fantasy III, I think, you could still get into random encounters. But in this game, it seems like that doesn't happen. I don't know what I would personally prefer. I just know that there's a difference there. And I know where we need to go, but I'm just goofing off. I'm just looking around. There are other continents, as you can see on the map. We've been to 2 of them. This is one of them. We can actually go here now. But the problem is, if I'm being completely honest with you, the things that you might need to fight here could potentially be extremely powerful. But when has that ever stopped us from trying? Could also be a good level up opportunity. So, we'll take a walk around. We get slaughtered, we get slaughtered. It happens. We seem to be murdering ourselves. I don't know if the game will let them attempt to freeze Dagger because she is already frozen. But, they can certainly try. Yeah, I don't know if they're allowed to. The point is going down. We are going to have to get over. So, you know, we'll come back another time. We'll visit the ice islands when we're ready. That's okay. Okay, I see threw us back here though, and that's not what we want. What we wanted to happen was to go to a load. Whatever. It's not like we did much. I think all we did was change one piece of Queen's armor. And so we would do auto float first. I'm coming, boat. Okay. So I don't remember what they call each of the continents, but there's the Mist Continent, this continent, the Ice Continent, and then the Forgotten Continent. And if I recall correctly, you basically can't go to the Forgotten Continent until you can fly, because there aren't any of these little land inlets for you to be able to do what we just did and like disembark. Okay, we've unlocked another ability, so we get to move on to the next thing. If there is a next thing. So you can see that there are some quicksand areas over here. If we come over here, there's a few things that we get to see in this section of the game. So we're just going to take a quick peek around. Later on, this area becomes something. I just don't recall what it is. But these stones have some type of value. Because as you can tell, the game is shaking. It's not like a screen problem. And so an area opens up over here later on. What a handsome man we just destroyed. So Aiko has learned another summon, which is Phoenix. There is an ability, I don't know what causes it to trigger, I don't know exactly how it works, but there is like some type of ability where if everybody goes down, you can still get them all to get back up by a very random encounter that causes, like, I don't remember if it's Mog or Phoenix or one of them to just show up and auto summon basically, and it revives everybody. So Garnet's learned another ability, so we move on to the next one. Now, there are a few different things that we have in here that we can unlock, so it's getting harder to pick, basically. But one of the things that could certainly be useful is the level up ability. as well as unlocking the other summons. But one of the things that I think we should get kind of sooner rather than later is like auto regen or whatever you'd like to pronounce it as, just because later on, you know, when everybody can just slowly kind of heal themselves, it becomes less of a problem. And we can even put it on right now to make sure that we will benefit from it. Makes it a lot harder to defeat your healers when they just naturally are healing themselves. But we've been trapped. We've been hoodwinked. We woke up in a prison. Is that? Does anybody else see at the top right this red stuff? It's behind me, so maybe I gotta move myself out of the way. But do you see? Are we above lava? I think this is just a moment of my memory not working, but it must be very hot. Kuja laid a trap for us. My, aren't we feisty? They're in rooms not unlike yours. Oh, we are above lava. No, he's got a tiny little favor. He'll let us live if we do something for him. What does he want from us? He didn't say what it was. Kuja, welcome to my humble abode. This is a very nice location for being underneath a sand pit. I want you to go and bring me something back. So a fetch quest. I'm going to send you to a place called... how would we pronounce this? Oliver. I don't know. It's south of the Seaway Canyon on the Forgotten Continent. It really isn't my kind of place. There's an anti-magic barrier. And I want to send you because you're too stupid to use magic. Now, I know that some people play games and they don't read, but I would like to say I do read, usually when I play games, especially the first time. And I want to let you know something. The first time I played this, I didn't remember reading that, and so I brought all of the magic people with me. The question is, who do we bring? Who do we take with us on this wonderful journey? And so, obviously, we have to bring the people who don't consistently use magic. But obviously, that's going to make things a little difficult for us because that means there's less healing opportunity. I will never, in my entire life, purposely pick Amaranth. So even when all these characters go up to levels 50, 60, 70, 99, he'll probably be at 24 forever. But with that being said, these are the people we're going to take with us. Although we could take somebody with magic. It's kind of like a backup when we're not in the magic barrier town, but it's fine. Hello, Rusty Knight. Was he standing and sleeping at the same time? They're very obedient, too. Are they hypnotized? Yes, trust the bad guy to keep his promises. They are a bunch of idiots. There's no even scene of like, fill me in. What happened? What's going on? But at the very least, we can make sure that everybody is where they need to be in terms of abilities. See, we completely missed an ability. Which to me is just unacceptable. And if this is supposed to be a safe place, why am I being attacked? Wasn't even paying attention. I don't even know what they leveled up for. But have we attached all of their appropriate abilities? That's another good question. Raises defense occasionally. Alright, so we probably want to turn on that ability to counter, which means we don't need these abilities per se. But, you never know what you can add. Whoa! It's the Hildegard one! Alright, so the problem is they just put Trouble on Freya, and I think Trouble is one of those things where you don't get XP for. Oh no, you do, never mind. I don't know what Trouble does. I just know how to get rid of it with an anointment. Hello, friend. And so they're taking us exactly where we're allowed to go. Hey, can we really trust Kuja? No response. No response. No response. They will not answer you. These backstabbing bozos. Because they don't have a good ego. They don't think highly of themselves. They don't think. And Zidane being the silver-tongued fox himself is like, that sounds like you guys. Drive safe, okay? So here we go, flying over the ice continent and heading straight to where we need to go. The Forbidden Lands. Now I know that the place we need to go is kind of in that direction, but we did just pass over a swamp, or a marsh, more aptly put. And so if we head there, we can catch a few more frogs for Queen before we head on in. What is this? Now explain to me how Queen can eat a house. You'll also notice that even though we have selected a weaker weapon for Steiner, the Blood Sword, it actually has an ability on it. Basically, it uses Drain, and so when it hits, it does damage, but it also, at the same time, gives Steiner health back. So another reason why we need a good set of stuff. Come on. Into my mouth. Oh, excuse me. One more to go. And we got just enough to receive the Silver Fork. But there are no more frogs here right now. Now, frogs do come back over time, but it takes a while. So we'll just move on. But that fork also really helps us out because Queen's attack basically went up by like 10. Did I know exactly that, oh, we were that many short? Not at all. But I thought that was pretty cool. We are still not strong enough to take on Cactars. We need at least 1,000 health per character. And not all of our characters are like confidently in that range. Mantra Magic kind of reminds me of Magic Missile from like Dungeons and Dragons. Like it just looks like it always is gonna hit me. So we're not going down there right now, but later on, that's a place where we can go and get a summon. Although it's timed, so if you don't know exactly what you're doing, there's a chance that you'll miss out on it. This house is very rude. Okay, so we've learned how to fly. What else can we learn? We can learn auto reflect. That'll come in handy later. So now it's such a shame. I know I say this every time, but it's just such a shame because now that I'm in trance, it's like, it's a do or die. You don't use it, you lose out. And we know every ability. That's okay. What I did notice, though, is we did not get the ability to buy any items or heal. So, like, if we didn't have a tent, summoning our lovely Moogle to save is the only thing we got going for us. But fortunately, we are loaded up on tents right now. And our characters are also catching up to Zidane, who's many, many, many levels ahead. Where are you going? Oh, but they do have the ability for you to buy items. Okay, so someone thought of something at least in this game. Just gonna level everything out like we always do. See, and they're a little sneaky, right? So we're probably gonna need the vaccines at some point for this. And they were like, oh, well, just suffer. Alright, and now that Steiner has learned Dark Side, we can actually move him up to the stronger weapon, which is what I was kind of waiting for. We need to make it, I think, over in that direction? Somewhere over there. But before we do that, we're just gonna save, because it's been a while, and you know we don't want to lose our progress. Let's see, we last saved half an hour ago, exactly. So, making our way. You know, why they couldn't bring us over there would have been nice. I don't know what this thing is doing. It just picks us up and puts us down. But I wanted to eat it. Alright, so we'll see if we can take these on. We just saved, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, since they're all hiding, it will in fact kill us when we miss. But that's what happens when you beat the Cactars. They give a lot, they give a lot, but take a lot. So it doesn't really do good to piss them off. Next time, next time. Hello? This house that was giving me quite the distress. No, we need to get out of here. Yeah, I got taken out at a moment's notice. We are going down. And we cannot cure our confused status. But why didn't... No! So now you can probably tell my complete and utter displeasure with these guys. And so every step we take is just another way to danger. Fortunately, we are rolling in the dough thanks to Queena's ability. And I think they're still going this way. Hello? Oh, it's the guy from before. The one from under the shop. Pretty easy to take down now, especially with a party of 4 and not 1. Nope, we've got to go. Don't do it. See, Queena should be able to learn 1,000 skills, which is great, but it's just too much effort. And that cannon attack takes away half of our health, just straight up half. But we've made it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I think our plan here is we're going to spend the rest of the day clearing out this particular area. But we'll see. We'll see if we can get there in time. And we've got Mimosa here. And some new items to grab. Alright, we already got a silver fork, so we don't have to worry about that. We can grab some of these, though, for both of our party members. I kind of just wiped us out with how much money I just spent. But the idea is that, you know, it should almost level them up quite a bit, even if they already know all of the abilities. You already know everything, don't you think? Don't you, Queena? I guess the only ability we can learn now is float. I think everybody has learned level up now and ability up, which is great for us. I think actually what we're gonna do with just a few minutes today is instead of going through this area, we'll just spend some time mastering some of our items, and from there we will go through our dungeon in time with Kuja next week. I think I'll be... No! Really did this myself. Oh! Alright, we've gotta leave. We gotta go. It's fine. I didn't want the money in the first place. As long as we don't see any more. Maybe if we stand in the grass area, we won't have anything to worry about. Because you'll notice, I'm sure you've noticed by now, but the way the background set works in some of the enemies is dependent on like what terrain you're standing on. So if we're standing on the grass and it recognizes it as grass, then maybe we'll just get this monstrosity. Rude. Do we think if they had 1 health and they get hit with the cannon ability, which just halves their health, it'll just stay at 1? Or does the game be like, oh, we don't do decimals, so you actually are 0.5, so we round down, and therefore you're dead. I think they've learned every single ability. At least the ones that matter. Like maybe I'm just gonna turn back on my word twice over and just do this anyway. Anything but the cactars. Anything but the cactars. Okay. Like, once they have like 2,000 health, it's not something you have to worry about, because it takes 2 hits no matter what. But up front, it's the devil. Let's go in, shall we? Looks very, very unassuming. Oh, it opened up because you asked. It's an honor to be here. I think this is one of the locations that basically you've got one shot. You find what you need, and if you don't find everything, you're kind of out of your chance to come back here. We just got a new item called the Rising Sun. It seems to be a accessory, but it does not look like anybody can put it on. So I will chalk that up to a problem for later. Ooh, Mystic Ball. It did something down there. Hello. Ooh, what are you guys doing back here? I've got a letter from you, from the woman outside. You can actually visit Magnet Central. I don't remember exactly how, and I know you can either get or you need a key item to help them fix it. That's a cute little piece. Gaia gear. Naturally, you know how to use everything that is already attached to it. What's over here? I guess we'll be going down there soon, but not yet. Are there no random encounters here? A diamond sword that I just bought outside. Hello! I love a planetarium. Love it. Live for it, actually. I couldn't even tell you what it is. I don't know any space facts, but I'll tell you, love it. The words are talking to you. Shield armor. I'm going here. Interesting. A laser light show. Okay, it currently doesn't do anything. So we'll have to figure that out. There are 2 switches here. And we got feather boots. Do you think those make us go fast? No, we already have feather boots. I should just stop talking. Nope, nothing happens. We can speed up this part, because it's just going to be a bunch of... You're not doing it in the right order. Okay. So maybe it's this one. Ancient ship, oldest in history. Oop, there's a treasure chest right here, and I missed it. Where I already know everything to go with it. Oop, our first random encounter inside. Oh, and it's one of these guys. Burn. The ship for war. Shipbuilding technology primitive. The battleship invincible. Prototype. So they mentioned before when we were playing in Alexandria that the ship's name was Invincible, but the prototype was a failure. And the first battleship, Invincible, was an improved version and is currently being used. Oh, we took a cute little shortcut. I think if we go back and touch that crystal ball from before, we should be fine. Oh no. It just straight up casted death on us. We need to leave. Okay, so besides picking up our lovely friends, I think one of the things we need to do is double check that everybody is immune to being petrified. Which is called jelly. Okay. One of the things that they got really smart about is that you can't just like go and apply an ability when they have that status effect and then just be like, oh, okay, take it off. Like Steiner right now like has the ability Jelly on now, but he still remains petrified until we fix it. But any future attempts to petrify him won't work. Touch the mystical glowing ball. Okay, maybe I can't. Oh, maybe that stone from before we can go touch? In the laser light show? Hello, bird. Ooh. Goodbye, bird. That bird kinda had the same color scheme as a Pokemon. Oh, it glowed. I saw you. Beginning of the city. Now it's gone again. It's a cute little town. At first it flourished. But then it began to decline. Why? At its peak, cities all over Terra. Then the decline began. Global warming? Too many monkey tails. Nobody knows. Oh, I can go in here now. This room used to give me many questions, okay? You know, you see all these different faces on the wall, and just imagine if they were all there, just looking at you. Not to mention, they talk at you! Visitors climb atop the stone. It moves its lips, but it speaks telepathically. This is the record of our civilization. And then, like, I imagine each of the heads have, like, a different voice, where this one's like, the seed's decline was not our fault. All vegetation and vessels died out. The decay of our Terra triggered it all. In order to stop the decay, many methods were considered. And then like another face is gonna light up and it's gonna be like, ultimately the best minds of Terra's civilization gathered. Then a final resuscitation was attempted on the mother continent. Unfortunately, it ended in failure. It was later discovered to have been the catalyst. Subjects were selected. And then you got this voice at the top, and it's like, after 4 tremendous sacrifices, eternal prosperity seemed within reach. Flora and fauna were revived, but is still in stasis. Final results are still pending. And then you have the original voice, which is just like, I guess my own voice, which is like, in order that our glorious history not die with us, we were constructed. Like, imagine every single head had a turn to tell the story. Like, that's so much lore that's just not being told. And who destroyed it? We're here to recover the Gulag Stone. Or the Gulag Stone. But it's unclear. Yep, we're just staying the night. I can smell a boss battle incoming though. I can feel it. Although disc 3, which I guess we're like 2/5 of the way through quote unquote disc 3 now. I don't remember it always. So there are 2 planets. And they merged into one to look like Mickey Mouse. Can I go down there and look at it? No. This is an OSHA violation. The stone! Before I could touch the purple eye of some type of god, we get attacked by a airship. We have been attacked by a floating airship with a knife. And we cannot use magic down here. And although we can't use magic, we can use special abilities. But that's considered magic. And now they're dizzy. Now Freya's chance ability is actually really good. She jumps up in the air and she does not come down for a little bit. And so while she's up there, she just constantly is throwing spears down. So it's a great way to do some damage. I don't know why that one did only 72. but it looks like I'm going to lose this one. And so we might have to... Unless we're supposed to lose. We are not supposed to lose. I am not going to consider this us going out on a loss. It's just us going out on a next time. I had always thought that that thing was going to be difficult, but I completely forgot that it was Ark. So Ark is the name of the enemy, but incidentally is also the last summon that you can get for Garnet. She can get an item, I don't remember what it is, but we have the power of the internet, so I'll just look there. And she needs like 2, I think this is the thing that she needs like the pumice piece for or something. And you have to find 2 of the pumice pieces. You can't just find one of them. And I think there's only 3 in the whole game. And when you finally find all the pumice pieces, you can then have the ability to summon Ark, which is like super powerful and I think like non-elemental. And it's technically the only summon that comes from Terra, which was that other planet we looked at. Another cool thing before I guess I bounce out is that earlier we had talked about the fact that every character has their own like sub-theme in this. And so like here on the screen was different themes for each of those characters. And I used to have them actually as a background for my laptop when I first got one. So just, you know, little cute things, everything's so tiny and seemingly insignificant, but then at the same time, like just crafted really well to tell a beautiful story. But with that being said, I guess we'll pause for now. We'll be back next week to keep on going through Oliver and get back to Kuja. And we'll have to do this horrible game where we have to basically play red light, green light. So like we have to play as the frog and like steal a key. It's gonna be horrible. But we'll be good at it. We'll be fine. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out.